Oops. And we're on. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hope I'm in the camera view here.
You are.
Hello, everyone.
Okay.
Hello, hello. Say my favorite words. Come on in.
I'm going to put that down as my topic.
Come on in. Come on in. This sounds so welcoming, though. I kind of like it. Come on in.
And we are live. That's what I'm going to put.
All right. Let me share this to my page. Come on in, people. Come on in.
Okay. I shared us.
Okay, IJS page has been notified that we are live, people. As you come in, announce yourself. I have already turned mine down.
Good for you. Smart. Okay.
Because it's so loud when it starts, though. We're on for 2 shares now.
You share with IJS page?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
I do that because I'll forget. Oh, and for some reason, I have to edit my privacy. It keeps going back to there. Okay.
Oh, Danny's with us.
Hello, Danny.
Welcome.
Hello,
IJS.
honey. Aw, hello, beautiful ladies. I'm just saying. Okay, we're going to give you people a couple of more minutes. And then I'm going to dive into our promotional so we can cram all this juicy stuff we're going to talk about today. This is going to be good. This is going to be good.
Start us off with a song, sister.
Huh? What?
I said, start us off with a song.
Oh,
sister.
no, I can't. I'm not a
She
singer.
sings, she preaches, she
I don't.
prophesies.
I'm not a
She's the
singer. I think I
Trinity.
can hold the note.
All in one.
Oh,
for those
wow.
oneness.
Oh, wow. That was super religious.
It's in me, girl. It's in me.
Oh, goodness.
Oh.
Darius. Hi, Darius.
Hey, Darius. Welcome to IJS.
This is so sad, Darius. I thought by now you'd be here with us. I came in to be disappointed yet another week that you're not here.
Darius just comes and he sets everything
sad.
up. You know, takes time off his busy schedule.
This isn't right though. We're used to
appreciate
having one member of a live audience, and Darius is not there. Darius is not here as our one live member.
I'm so impressed that he finds us though at 5.
Oh yeah,
So
him
impressed.
and Danny are so faithful.
They are faithful.
Danny just worked all day, and he'd find the time to,
Yes. Oh, Keisha's here.
Keisha, hello, cousin. Some of y'all probably try to take off on us. We y'all see our topic for today. Some of y'all, well, maybe it might help some of y'all that before you even get married though.
Yes.
Yeah, that could help you out.
Yes.
Could help you out, people.
Yes.
Okay, in one more minute, I'm gonna start our promotional. And we gonna get in, and the rest of the people that's just come in, you just gonna come in when you come in, people. Y'all, you know what?
Oh,
Norma's here. Hi, Norma. Oh, I love her.
This seat is for you.
Yeah, we gotta find something for her to. We gotta find something for her to come back on, just to get her back on here.
Yes.
Y'all, come on in. Let me say this while we waiting for this minute. I missed y'all last week. I really did, but I can't be on here if I can't give y'all my best or close to it. If I'm feeling bad and I'm medicated, I can do it. But if I'm medicated and I'm still feeling bad, it ain't gonna work, people. I'm so sorry. So yeah, but I did miss y'all. I really did. Some of you probably were disappointed. It's okay. Disappointment is a part of life, like I always told my children.
Oh my God. Yeah. That's so true.
Well, let's get into it, people. The rest of you will find us when you find us, I suppose. Welcome everybody that is here. I'm not married. My ears are here. Oh, yeah. Hopefully you won't have to go through the divorce once you hear this segment,
Right.
Keisha.
We're gonna help
There you
people.
go. And I'm not anti-marriage. Of course I'm not. I've done it so many times before. But we'll talk about that later on, people.
Right.
Thank you for joining us. For those that are with us now and those that are going to come on, welcome to another episode of IJS. I'm just saying, you're here with me, Yolanda Williams and Nicole Bright, because we don't have our names here because our Darius is not here. Well, her Darius is not here. So, I am going to start with our promotional of this week. Is Smooches. This is so cute. She has children's clothing, okay, accessories, and men's Just Don shorts. I'm not familiar with it, but you guys that are clothes people, you know what that is. And this is what I thought was so cute. Now, I've seen some of the little clothes that she has for the kids, people. Okay, you have to go out and check it. I'm gonna give you her Facebook name is Smooches, and she's on Instagram, and it's Smooches _L.C. I'm going to give you all the information anyway on our IJS website as well as my personal page. You guys already know how we roll. But Smooches has these kids clothes that are cute tailored to your kids. I wish I could shrink my granddaughter because I want like some of the little clothes like for little smaller kids, whatever. I really want to. So cute. But she sells children's clothes. She got children's boutique and accessories and things like that. I'm going to be sharing and stealing stuff off her page for during the week to share with you guys. We're going to be promoting her all week. Smooches. We are promoting you all week on our IJS page. I don't know if you are connected with that page, but a lot of your things will be going on there as well as my personal page. Also, what I thought was so neat and cute, people. Her son, he's 4 years old, and he has a wave brush line out. 4 years old. It's so cute. It's so cute. He got a wave brush out. I don't have a picture of it, and since Darius not here to help me, I would show you guys like on the screen like a picture of it, but I don't have that, so I'm gonna have to put it on our page to show you. He has a wave brush like this. I mean, I just think that is just so cute. So you guys have to support the little people. Start them off young. And why they talking about it's biblical to train a child where they should go. She trained up an entrepreneur. Come on, somebody. 4 years old. Teach him now. Come on now. I like that. I like that. So this week we're going to be promoting Smooches. Don't forget to go on there and visit her on the Instagram and the Facebook page for your kids' clothing, accessories, and whatnot, people. Check her out. Check her out.
Wow.
So,
That's awesome.
I know. I like that. I just love, it's going to be so fun. I just love little people.
I gotta get Sarah and Steven working. I don't know what's going on there.
Slackers, I know. My little Sophie, she's 4. What is she doing with her life?
Right. Looking cute. Just looking cute.
I know.
So far.
Oh my goodness. So people, for the ones that are here and the ones that are coming, remember the things that we talk about is not a one fit all, okay? This is not the word of Jehovah. This is basically how we feel for those that are a part of our family and know how we roll. You know, we're not one-sided for those that try to change who we are. Why do people do this to you? Come on, stop doing this to us. If you are new here, get the feel of how we roll before you try to shift and change us, because we are not one-sided. We're not going to be super spiritual or religious, and we're not going to be supernatural and secular and worldly. We try to stay balanced, people. We try we try to stay balanced, and so we don't want to be changed. I don't know who that belongs to, but I just felt the need just to say that. So remember, that's not a one fits all. You gotta use wisdom when applying it to your lives, people. And today we're talking about divorce.
Divorce.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. When this topic was brought up, I don't like talking about divorce at all. This is not one of my favorite things, people. This right here is what I run from. Yep.
We got it today. Okay.
You got me talking about it today. But you know what, IJS family, I'm going to tell you why. I feel like, and I'm not saying these feelings are in stone or nothing like that. This is the way I feel. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, okay? I feel like that I'm not good with talking about relationship stuff, even though I will. I'm not good at talking about relationship stuff, and especially divorce and marriage, stuff like that. Let me tell you why. Because I've had too many failed ones. And I don't know if it's because of a mindset thing of what's been put in me through the years. I don't know. That I feel like that in order to talk about those things, you ought to have a successful, run. And I have not, people. I've been divorced too many doggone times. And do I regret it? Absolutely not. I'm going to be honest with you. I do not. I do not. And that's my spiel on that. Hi, Charmise. Yeah, Charmise, you caught us live, girl.
Yay. First time?
Woohoo! I don't think it's our first time. We ain't seen you in a while, Charmise. I'm going to put it out there. We ain't seen you in a while.
But we're happy.
Okay,
you're
yeah.
here.
We're excited you're here, Charmise.
Okay.
My favorite nurse on earth.
So I'm going to back Yolanda up just a little bit. Okay. So she says, she don't want to talk about it. She's done it, divorced too many times.
Too many.
But I want you to know that through each and every relationship, you are closer to what you need to know. And some people are not brave enough to say that this isn't working for this particular reason or that particular reason. And we all have our list of the reason why we would get divorced. And some people lists are longer, some people are shorter, but that's between them, that spouse, and God. So I'm gonna make that clear. And I've heard negativity about being divorced too many times or at all. But I know one thing. I'm sitting next to a person that is brave. I see it as brave that she says, I'm going to do this again. Yet I know how hard it was for her, how harsh everything could be. But she took a leap of faith yet again. That's not a coward. That is a very brave person. And I admire that. And I know that most people admire people that's been married 50 years. You can admire that if you want. I admire that to a certain extent. But what have we usually put up with? And what we maybe shouldn't have put up with. Sometimes it's been physical, mental abuse, serial cheating. And in my opinion, those three things are things I cannot deal with. If you're going to mentally abuse me, you're going to physically abuse me, and you're going to constantly cheat on me. Those things are non-negotiable. Because before anybody else, I love myself more. And I took vows before God, and you also did too. So if you are violating those things, those vows you took before God are null and void to me. And so I personally don't choose to put up with that. And sometimes people that's been married 50, 60 years and they have. Yeah, and that was their choice. Hey, they worked it out, whatever. But I don't feel like because she chose not to put up with certain things, I'm not saying that's all what she put up with, then she chose to say, no, I'm not putting up with this. And she split. I don't think it should be anything negative said about it.
It probably is just me, but that's just the way I feel.
I just don't. So if anybody coming for her,
no, I don't think. Oh, you know what?
I'm just saying.
I ain't worried about that. It's what I feel about myself. It's not things that people put on me because I really don't care what nobody think because I'm not gonna go down the line and tell you why. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because my reasons are valid, and like I said, I don't have any regrets. I really don't.
Nobody's business.
Norma said she said you can't have success without failure. Thank you, Norma.
That's right.
Thank you so very much.
I remember. There's somebody.
Jamal Turner. Hey, sis.
Hi.
First time. Hey, bro. Woo! First time on IJLs. Welcome.
So I would never forget when I decided to get divorced. I had someone come to me and they said, "Well, do you have grounds for a divorce?" And I'm gonna tell you right now, don't ask nobody that. Nobody.
Why are you getting divorced?
Because it's no one's business. It's a very personal choice. Unless that person decides to confide in you and talk to you, don't ask it. And don't judge people that's going through this situation.
Or people have said to me that, well, you guys got along so good. I didn't see you guys arguing and fighting and things like that or whatever. Why did you know what I'm saying? But it has a lot to do with your character too. You know what I'm saying? We were two people that are very private about our lives, our marriage and things like that. And down to the end, we weren't throwing, darts at each other and things like that because that's not in our character, our personality.
Right.
So that's the reason why. And we didn't like people in our business. So you wouldn't know. But I'm going to point this out before I let Tasha get started on and getting into the juicy part of the divorce where we're going to talk about today, people, for those that just came in. You don't realize that when you find out someone is getting a divorce, people, it's not something that just happened, okay? There has been an issue way before this has came about. And that's people didn't understand. Like, oh my God, you guys are getting so long. But there was a problem for, a couple of years before, I actually decided to say, hey, you know what I'm saying? I quit lying to myself. And you know what I'm saying? That this is what's going on with me. And it's not going to get, you know what I'm saying? I had to really be brutally honest with myself and say, hey, that's enough. You know what I mean? But people just look at it as all of a sudden. It's not all of a sudden, people. It's some situations and things that have happened throughout the time. So when a person get divorced, it's not just all of a sudden it happened. There were some issues before the outcome. So this is the outcome of the issues, what I should say.
Exactly. Long time coming. So what we're going to discuss is we're going to discuss the 5 stages that you go through when you decide to get a divorce, as you're going through the divorce. The first stage, now we're going to go through each stage. We're going to dissect it. and we're going to talk about it. The first stage is denial. And let me read a little bit about denial. Denial is moving through a storm and pretending it's all well. A way of protecting yourselves from becoming emotionally overwhelmed. That's what denial is. And I wrote a personal note. I said, as long as it doesn't keep you from progressing onto the next stage, it's okay to be in denial for a moment in order to cope in life, but you can't refuse to face reality.
Yeah. It's gonna pop back up. I did it. It's gonna.
You were in denial.
Oh yeah. I'm thinking like, cause you thinking it's you, and you think it's just a season, as they say, you know. And so I chose to, and then when I knew it was a problem, I chose to deny it, and I grabbed on to ministry, and I grabbed on to counseling and everything else to really not deal with the fact that there is a problem.
Because sometimes
There's
well,
an issue.
I have a question. So were you hoping the other person was going to make the decision for you and see that there was trouble?
I was hoping I was wrong. There wasn't no trouble.
You were hoping you were right. Okay.
I was hoping I was wrong. I was hoping I was wrong, and there wasn't no trouble. That's what I was hoping.
So I think I think one of the major things is when you're thinking about getting divorced or splitting, when you're married, and you really gotta be honest, because when you're in denial, you are unhonest with yourself, and you're ignoring things,
Yeah.
and you're sweeping them under the rug, and we do that. Like she said, it takes a while
Yeah.
to allow yourself to come to that reality, you know. So denial can be a bad place because it makes you stay too long.
But and somebody can bring it out of you too. And like Norma said, it does keep coming around because that feeling kept coming back. And I kept a diary. And so, and when I moved on,
Me
I
too.
found that diary, and I was like, "What?" You know what I'm saying? I couldn't believe that the kind of
Yes.
person that I am. I'm not being judgmental. I'm just telling you about myself. The kind of person that I am when I'm uncomfortable and I'm not happy, and I have pointed out these red flags to you, hey, and they're ignored. It's like I just couldn't believe that I stayed that way for so long. I was just surprised at how long it was before I was just like, was real to myself.
Like, peace out.
Yeah, just.
And I read some of my old diaries too, and that person that was writing was so broken.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yes.
couldn't even finish
Yes.
a thought in my diary. I couldn't even
Yes.
finish a thought. I was speaking in code, number one, because everybody else read that.
Yeah, I do
I didn't
that.
want nobody to know. Like if I died, and I think that I wanted.
I
them to
think
say
about that all the
thought
time, and
had
I
a
watch
good
what I
marriage.
said. I don't want nobody to have my
Exactly.
stuff.
They want my kids to read it.
So-
So that person was so broken and couldn't even speak. Even though I was writing, I couldn't
Yeah.
even speak.
So Jamal had a question for you.
Okay, what was the question?
And I think he said, is it wrong to think about divorce? I think
To
that it's
think
going to pop
about
back
it?
up.
Okay.
It's going to pop back up.
We're
and I
gonna wait
think
till
that-
it pop back up, or do you have
Let me
it on
see
your
if I'm
screen?
going to find it. Okay, so he said, so thinking about divorce, is that wrong?
No, I don't think it's wrong because you always have to reassess and it's not, you don't just think about it in order to do it. Sometimes that come across your mind so you can better your relationship. You
Yeah.
got to know where you're
I don't
at
think
in
you
your
should be too
relationship.
comfortable. Yeah.
You cannot
Yes.
be too comfortable.
Don't do it, people.
You got to be healthy.
Yes.
So feeling like you got somebody, no matter what, that's dangerous.
Oh my God, taking advantage. I just don't think that. Yeah, and I learned. Let me tell you, I've learned a lot of things about myself and things I can shift and change. And I did do everything within my power, go to counseling and all that type of stuff to save that. But you cannot ask of something of a person that's not in them to give you. Okay, and I came to that conclusion. You know what I'm saying? You just cannot. As much as they love you, if they don't have it in them to give you, they cannot give you. And you know what I mean? And so I had to come to that conclusion. I learned a lot about myself. Like now, I try not to get too comfortable, and I'm a lot of things for myself is like an alarm to me. About myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How
Yeah.
different things I need to how I need to carry myself, and how that didn't work before. You need to shift, or you need to change that, so I can better treat my husband now. Better. I can be a better me and have a better marriage, and to know before it becomes a red flag to know, hey, you know what I'm saying? Let's
because you were the common denominator, and
Yeah.
nothing's wrong with
Yeah.
saying that. Nothing's wrong with saying there's things in me that I did in different relationships that may have resulted in that. It's not always the other
Right.
person's fault, not saying that, it's
Yeah,
probably
but we good for that, y'all.
balance.
Y'all know we are. Y'all know
Yeah,
we good
it's
for
a
that. You
balance.
leave somebody with it, well, they did such and such or whatever, and it's not a one. I just
Oh, that brings us to the next one.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2 stage is anger. So anger is during the anger stage, everything is the other person's fault. everything. And so I wrote a little note. When you're in this stage, be careful if you have little ears around. Little people that resolve that relationship. Because you be wanting to get all your feelings out that you had pent up in denial stage. And then when the anger stage come, you know, so you just mad. Everything they did was wrong. You know, how they used to sleep with one eye open.
Right.
You know, they forgot my birthday. Whatever they did that was wrong.
Right.
Everything was their fault. You can't even see yourself in this situation.
Right. Well, you know what? I think that some things, a lot of people that I've been married to and actually dated, I heard this a lot throughout my life, that my expectations are high, okay? And there's certain things that, and I think we all should be this way, okay?
Mine ain't high enough. They weren't high enough.
Non-negotiables, and I was told that you know that's kind of high or whatever. But I won't let down for things I believe that I deserve. But I'm gonna treat you accordingly too. If I believe I deserve such and such and such and such, I'm gonna treat you. You know what I'm saying? The same. It's gonna be equal. You know what I mean? I'm not asking all these things of you to give to me and treat me this way, and I'm just treating you any kind of way. That's not what's going on, people. You know what I'm saying? But I can't make you. I just But I realize that, you know, some of the things, like you said, everybody want to point the finger at the other person.
Right.
But I try not to do that. I try not to do that. Now, the first time I got divorced, I'm gonna be honest with you, I was all type of fingers pointing. You know what I'm saying? But things could have been done in a different way. You know what I'm saying? And I have learned a lot, and I'm just not big on that anymore. And at first I was just like all about pointing, because you wanna come out as the person that, you know what I'm saying, is not my fault. Nobody wanted to be their fault. Nobody wanted to take responsibility. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say that it was both our faults. You know what I'm saying? You probably could have did something different, better, whatever. And people say that, but I'm honest to God, truth, that I feel like I've tried with everything within me to make it work. And like I said, you can't make nobody do nothing. You know. And this is just how it ended, you know. But it's not one-sided. It takes two people in a marriage and in a relationship. It takes two. You know what I mean? You're not in it by yourself. So if one person tell you that they're unhappy, or we need to change something, to counsel, we need to do something or whatever, and the other person is stubborn and said was nothing wrong, and they're content, there we go.
There you go.
You know what I mean? There we go.
And you know, and I decided this too, because I'm gonna be honest with you all. I seen stuff that was in my relationship that was 100% his fault. But and you know, this is what it is. But I had to learn within. I'm saying that's 100% his fault, but I allowed it within my life. Okay, so I can say it was his fault that he did this, but I allowed him to do that to me because of what I said was okay. You know, what I took from that particular person. And so I can't be totally angry at him because I allowed it. Right. Even though he was 100% wrong.
Because people only can do to you what you allow them to.
Exactly. So I got to take responsibility.
Yeah.
I got to take responsibility. So how do you work past anger? I think what helped me work past my anger stage is taking responsibility and seeing the big picture. And knowing that, yeah, I wouldn't have stayed as long as I did if I didn't have some good times, some awesome times, and it wasn't all bad. And knowing that, yeah, but now it's where it is right now, because we live in the past. Sometimes when we're married, we're holding on to the first 3-4 years in the marriage and expecting to get back that way. But you can't get back anything. You need to move on and make it greater and build a more wonderful relationship. And so many times we're trying to go backwards and try to rekindle what we had once before.
Right.
But that's not what you need to do. And that can lead you to a divorce, living in the past, and they're not living up in the present to who they were in the past. So that's what I say. I say look at the full picture. And
because you change.
Yeah, you change. Yeah,
you change, and you're supposed to. You know what I mean? And I never understood that we just grew apart. I'm like, what does that mean? But you grow, you're shifting, you're changing, you know what I mean? You're educating yourself spiritually, naturally, whatever it may be, and the other person is content where they are. Well, that can become an issue. You know what I mean? It can become an issue. Yeah. I've never, and it's sad to say, people, but I'm going to admit to you that I've never, until now, being married to Danny, I've never been with anybody that I had something in common with. Never.
Oh, wow.
Never.
That's a hard one.
Yes. And so that, and now I'm just like, oh, you like oh my God, you like, and I found that's different for me. But that's something I think
that can be a problem.
Yeah, it could be a major issue. Could be a major issue.
Okay, so stage number 3, okay, is bargaining. So that's the stage where you are having second thoughts, only thinking about the positive of the relationship. And if you are the person that's being left, sometimes you can be in that stage more so because you don't want to be left. So you're having second thoughts about the whole divorce and, filing the papers or signing the papers or, being divorced. Now, I didn't go through this stage. When I was done, I decided to get divorced. I didn't have second thoughts about getting divorced because I had stayed so long.
Well, I didn't know. I did. And even though it wasn't my first time getting divorced, I still had, because I'm a perfectionist, okay? And a lot of things I didn't even consider, but just the fact that I felt like that, and not even thinking, like I just said a minute ago, people, there's two people in a relationship and in a marriage thinking that I have failed. I'm putting it all on me that I have failed yet again. I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that, and so I think that's what pushed me too for so long, because I didn't want to be at the point to where that I can't master that. You know what I mean? I don't know if I was looking at it the wrong way. I'm like, I haven't mastered this. I'm just like, oh my God, I failed again. It's all on me. I failed again. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Not even thinking about, because I'm an analytical person. Thinking about, okay, how did you get in a relationship at the first time? What brought you to the point to getting married? How did you stay? You see what I'm saying? All of these things. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. So I didn't want to accept it for that reason. And it's been too many times, because people look down that you've been married and divorced so many times or whatever, blah, 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 whatever. But it took me a minute to get over that, people. I don't got no problems with that no more, whatever what people think. But that's one of the things that really got me, though.
I understand.
Yeah, it got me.
Yeah. And so Norma said, no second thoughts for me. I was out.
But I want to overly make sure. Now, the first time I got divorced, it was the happiest day of my life. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, because I knew without a shadow of a doubt I had taken too much anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I was the happiest day of my life. I feel like I had won the lottery. You see what I'm saying? But it gets, the second, it's like, oh come on,
No. I
felt good.
I'm sorry. The happiest day of my life.
I'm sorry. I felt good. It
was raining that day. It was a cloudy day.
But on the day that I got divorced the first time, I seen Jack Kevorkian up there. He was acting a clown in the court. I mean, it was like the highlight of my week there. I mean, I felt so free and liberated. Because you guys got to remember, when I talked to you before and told you that I was forced into getting married. Like the pastor and my mom, basically said, I was having a baby, I had to get married. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I felt like my choice in a way was taken away from me. You see what I'm saying? Because I didn't get enough time to think about it, ponder on if that's what I really wanted.
You allowed them to
I was naive. Yeah, I was naive. And so, so I gave the power of my life to someone else. And that's what happened. And so I felt like I was free. And I felt liberated. I really do. I felt great on that day. I really did.
I kind of felt like a little failure to a certain degree. I did. I felt like, and I never thought that I would be divorced. Never in the million. People get married saying, "Oh, if it don't work out."
I ain't never think that.
Some people do, or some
I
people
never go in thinking that.
Some people think, well, it's something in the back of their mind that's saying, well, it can happen.
You know
but
what?
Nothing in the back of my head.
Let me address this though. Okay, because somebody did ask this question about if it's okay, is it wrong to think about it. Now, I think that some things shouldn't be having too much play in your mind. Because you're gonna start creating problems where there ain't no problems.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So if your marriage is going good, let me tell you something. First of all, if there is an inkling that you're a little bit uncomfortable, or a shift that's uncomfortable on either you or your mate's side, I think it need to be addressed right there before it gets too serious. I really do. And I think it was Jamal that asked that question. I think that counseling need to be sought out before it gets to be. People think that you gotta go to counseling when it comes to be a great issue or whatever, and it's a catastrophe and everything is all up. No, you can go to counseling to keep your marriage sweet and good and rolling. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But if you pondering a lot and you thinking about divorce, that's what I'm saying. You letting that fester in your spirit. I'm thinking that issues that are not issues will be issues because you pondering on that thing. Let's figure out why are you thinking about it so much.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I ain't
asked you to answer that question.
I'm
just
plan
saying.
on how you gonna get out though. Sometimes, no.
I need, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, that got to be, let it be further addressed,
I mean,
Jamal. You know
most
what I'm
of the
saying?
time- but
Don't get your business out on here, but what
But
I'm saying
most of the time,
is,
like when you're thinking about it, most of the time you've already talked to your mate about it. They know, but they not doing what it takes, you know? And so that's why you're thinking about it.
but before you get to that point, I'm gonna ask
Before you get to
people,
what point? Of thinking about it?
No, I'm talking about of divorce and thinking about it, because you think about something before you act on it most of the time. But
Yeah.
okay, so
Yeah.
so what I'm saying is, if it's being thought about and talked about, I'm saying what
You
can
may
be done
act on
right
it.
now, right? I'm saying before you make this decision, why don't you get marriage counseling or whatever and address these issues or whatever, and you know what I'm saying, before it gets to that point, it could be saved, not just you thinking about it and think it's the only way out. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Let's try to, if you love each other, let's not be so hasty.
Depends
Nah.
on the situation.
Let's not be so hasty. No, okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But all I'm saying to him is, because he asked that question,
Is it okay?
my
to think
mind is
about it?
thinking like, how much are you thinking about it, and
Why? Why are you
That's my
thinking about
question.
it?
Why? You know what I'm saying? Why is this coming up? And but I'm encouraging him to get further counseling, or sit and talk to someone, or him and his mate, his wife, whatever, because I don't know why this question is being asked. So that's a question that got to be answered with a question.
But I guess my first thought was, when he said that, was I know that I won't say that was good, but I personally never thought of divorce. I never thought I could, or never thought I would, and that's why I kind of stayed and let anything happen, because I was just allowing things to just happen. It's good to have options and to know that you have options, so you will not allow people to take advantage of you and hurt you and abuse you. That's
Yes.
all I'm saying.
Oh,
So-
like you locked into something or whatever?
Yeah,
I think I seen, I'm sorry, excuse me, y'all. Mimi is on here. My Mimi, my cousin, and Stevie Brown is not popping up here, but you're on my, I just happen to have my phone on my left. You're on my
Oh,
page.
I didn't
So
see
welcome to you too. I think it's your first time joining us live. Welcome.
Yeah, so we have a long
Yeah, 'cause
message.
unless you
Okay. A lot of women in church get married for that reason. They allow church to dictate they getting married. That's why I got married, because accepting
Yes.
a higher. I
yes.
don't know what it says.
Yeah, I know she's saying exactly what I just said or whatever. You
Oh,
you
okay.
basically what my mom and my pastor
Oh,
at that
because
time
of that
did.
reason. Okay, that was a while
Yes,
back.
because
Okay.
you think that's the thing to do, and they went on about their lives, do whatever they wanted to do, but you want to dictate mine, And like I said, I was naive at that time because of the way I was raised and stuff like that. You could have told me anything, I would have believed it and done it.
Right. So
Bless my
don't-
little heart. But you know what?
Oh, go ahead.
I wanted to say this because we're getting to our ending, but look, okay, at the time of all of this relationship and in your marriage and things like that, I have really grown as a person. I have matured as a person because of these relationships and these marriages have created some character in me. You know what I'm saying? So I can't. There was some good that came out of them. There was some good that came out of them.
That's good. Okay, well, the next stage as you can go through is depression. That's debilitating sadness. You have lack of your physical care. And I put in parentheses, this is when surrounding yourself with good support system is so important when you get to this stage. So I don't know if I was necessarily depressed and not taking care of myself. I guess I never really got to that because I have children and I had to keep going for them. So I don't think I really
I don't think I did that.
got depressed.
Excuse me either.
But I was sad. I had moments of sadness, but I just had to keep going because my life doesn't allow me to just slow down. And I just didn't have that kind of luxury. And I don't think I think it probably was good because sometimes I just deal with things as they come, and I just can't get down like that. And even now, sometimes things have come to me and I'll be like, dang, wow, that happened. And I just deal with it. But, it's okay. It's okay. But I didn't allow myself to get depressed. But I know you can. And like I said, that's when you surround yourself. Because I know my friends, they would have been on me so quick. When I first moved into my apartment after I left, they came one by one giving, not just material, but wisdom and talking. Her and Kayla was by. They gave me a beautiful letter, each of them. Brought me an edible arrangement. I mean, just had a night to just show me love because they knew where I was at. So because I had friends surrounding me like that, that's probably that I didn't get deep into depression, because I can look around my apartment and see my friends right now, because things were given from one friend to this friend, all this. I just had so much love and support, because I think some of them in silence knew what I was going through and didn't say anything. And some of them was shocked as heck, but they know me and they know, hey, if she's doing this, something's seriously wrong. So I just thank God for my friends. So
I didn't go through depression either. I think that I go into overdrive. I can shift and move at any kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, you don't think, well, you're not supposed to get married thinking like this could be a disaster down the road 2 years. You don't think like that. So I didn't think that I would ever get divorced. But at the same time, I'm like, if something happens or whatever, I'm good with, rolling with the punches, as they say. And so if something happened, then that's like, okay, then I'm going to have to pretty much shift into overdrive or whatever. So this last time, it's just like, I just basically did what I'm normally used to doing. You know what I'm saying? So it just wasn't. I didn't have time to get depressed. I had to make moves. I finally wanted to do things that I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? To better myself and my life and whatever else. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have time to get depressed and be all torn up and all that type of stuff. I don't know what it is about. I just don't. I don't know, and I can't say that I'm not I'm not a super emotional person, and I'm a caring person. But when I say, it's probably gonna sound like I'm not. But I don't sit and ponder and weep and cry over like stuff that to be over, like with relationships. I don't know why. I just don't know. I just don't.
Well,
I just move on so quickly. It's just like, okay,
I don't have her
that
same.
didn't work out. Okay,
I don't have that same. I've cried. Yeah. I remember when I left the keys with him and I walked away. I was going to Yolanda's house, and as I walked away, I just bust out in tears as I was walking like, this is
if
over.
I cried, it probably would have been
cried.
like I felt like I failed, but not cry as in the fact that, I'm going to miss the prayer. I don't know what is in me that makes me that way. Like, I just can't break down over a person that's, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Wow.
okay, you have a good life, you out or whatever, and I'm going to do what I have to do. I don't know what that feels like. And I don't know what it feel like to chase after a man either. I've never did that before, but I know some people that have done it their whole life. I just don't know what it's like. I don't.
I mean, I may, if their relationship I deemed that I wanted and it don't happen to me. So, but
Yeah.
but if it did,
I have people that won't leave me alone though,
would-
but I ain't never chased after nobody.
don't we all? But but I would let that person know how I felt greatly about them. But if they don't want me, there's nothing else I can do. Because even like my ex, I felt like he to this day he probably would say didn't want the divorce, he wanted to be with me and all this, but the actions were not lining up. So when someone shows me that they don't want me, I'm not gonna stay around for the finale, So I just love myself too much. Anyway. Yeah. So the last step is acceptance. What'd she say?
She said she moved on fast to it.
Y'all good ones.
Yeah, we know. No, Norma is better than I. She is the teacher.
Oh, sensei.
Okay.
The last step is acceptance. Okay, so acceptance doesn't mean that you still don't have negative emotions about the divorce, but you have learned to accept the reality of the situation, and you're no longer stuck in any of those stages. So acceptance is fully coming full circle and realizing the big picture that, yeah, you were married, yes, you had these dreams, and you can no longer go after those dreams because they're dead, because you're no longer with that person. So something's got to die.
I think that the acceptance part that's the part that really got me. Like I said, I don't like to fail at stuff. I'm a perfectionist, so that got me. The fact that I didn't think it would be this way, that kind of got me, But what really broke it down for me, like I said, being honest with myself and saying, hey, do you want your life? Can you be okay, Yolanda, with your life being just like it is now? And you keep living like this. Are you okay with that?
Right.
And I was not.
Right.
And I was not. And that was a hard thing, because like I said, I'm a compassionate person. I don't like hurting other people and things like that. But it's a point in time, people, where you have to fight for what you want out of life. Like, and I mean, nobody else could, and a lot of people could say, well, you could this, you could did that, and well, you shouldn't have, you shouldn't this. But like I said, it doesn't bother me people thinking that what they say is just what I feel about myself concerning those things, because you don't know what I've been through, and I don't talk about a lot of stuff that I went through, been through, or why every divorce happened and things like this and all this type of stuff. But long as I know that I did my part, and I did everything within my ability, you know what I'm saying? That's what gives me peace. But I don't like the fact that it happens so many times. I don't. But like Norma said, you can't have success without failures. And I feel like I failed. Even though it's two people in a marriage, I feel like I failed. I do. But now I feel this is the happiest I've ever been in my life. And like I said, I'm married to a person that we have a lot in common.
And I'm single.
Yeah, you know what? I don't want that.
Well, I have a boyfriend, but I'm just saying I'm not married.
Yeah, but this is the happiest that I have been in my life. And like I said, I do not regret the decision I made. I wouldn't even have seen half of what I'm seeing right now. And it's still greater things to come. So I enjoy my husband. Like when he comes home, it's just like I'm like a kid, like like when they jump up, like, oh my God, is that? I get so excited. His presence excites me. You know what I'm saying? His voice excites me. His touch excites me. I just am deeply in love with them. So I have never felt this in depth about too many people. You're probably the only one. I'll be honest. You're the only one.
And I hear these things in my spirit, so I'm going to say them real quick. Okay. So I hear a lot that we say, and I know we're using the H word, happy. And I know there's some people out there saying, you're always going to be happy in the marriage. It's going to be ups and downs and all that. Yeah. I was married 17 years together with him for 19. So, of course, I know that. And, of course, I took my vows very, very seriously. And it doesn't stop the fact that divorce still happens. Mm-hmm. And we know that we're not always going to be happy, and we're not always going to have those butterfly feelings.
Right.
But the whole thing is you got to know what's right for you, and you got to know what's wrong for you. And sometimes, depending on the situation, divorce happens. The statistics are very, very high. I believe we're over 50% chance of divorce right now, even for first marriages. And so that's why it needed to be talked about today, because it happens. And don't feel ashamed about it. And don't feel like you just didn't take your vows seriously, because I'm sure you did. And it takes two people.
Yes.
It takes two people.
Yes.
So we are happy with the situation we're at. But we had to know that this was the right place for us to be.
Right.
So you got to know your right place. Right now I'm happy being in a relationship and having a boyfriend and having the level of commitment we do, and not, putting a ring on or being married. And that's fine. And I have to know that's where I'm at. And she's at where she's gotten remarried and she's enjoying her relationship. But we're all at different places. So you have to know what's right for you. Don't let anybody in the driver's seat. Nobody tell you need to be married. You should be married. No matter what's going on, that's between you, that person, and God. Mm-hmm. Nobody else can infringe and come. People see, if people are in relationships, and they be like, oh, when you gonna get married? When you gonna get married? I've heard it. I'm like, so.
It's a big, huge thing, though.
It's not.
Like, why is it a huge thing? You don't know what. Like, when I got pressured into get, what? I just don't understand, like, why people feel like at a certain thing you got to be married. But what about thinking about that person might not be the person they need to be married to? Maybe that person is the person they should even be dating, for that matter, before you even get to that point. Yeah. But people don't think about that. It's like, oh, you've been together for so long, you need to be married. Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
But most people say within 6 months. But I understand.
6 months. Mm-mm.
That's what I heard.
6 to 8, y'all. Y'all know what I told y'all.
She's saying 6 to 8. That's still like.
I ain't saying get married. I'm just saying fill them out, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, whether that person's marriage material. Now, my thought is, if he's not marriage material within that time, to go. I mean, what you waiting on? I mean. But I don't necessarily say you have to get married within that time or whatever, because you got to work things out in individual lives before you become one. Mm-hmm. And I believe that.
Yes, absolutely.
So, well, we've been on here forever. But,
we've been on here forever, y'all. Y'all,
I have so much more to say, but I'm not.
Yeah, okay. we didn't even see y'all last week, so we trying to just give y'all. We have to hit one of our questions that was given to us this week. We chose yeah.
Okay, what time are we at?
I don't even know, people. I don't even know. My clock don't even say like.
What? Oh no.
Let's see where we're at. We're gonna have to do another. Hit your
refresh button.
No.
I don't.
Maybe yours will show. Nope. There it is. No.
So we trying to
Oh
just
yeah.
Oh,
No.
we
okay.
have to hit one of our questions.
We've been on here 43 minutes.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna quit.
Okay.
So I think that we're gonna.
Oh,
I'm
it's
gonna.
right there. Yeah.
No, it's not.
44 minutes and 33.
Oh, okay.
39.
Yeah, I think we're gonna save our question. Our question we're gonna answer
Yeah.
for next week. I have a topic. What stops people from committing? Why do people allow others to get close and then pull away?
Oh, wow. What are you doing to us, Norma? She asked us a
Mary,
question.
just something you had.
Should we just answer her question?
Yep.
I guess we have to.
She
Okay.
answered on live. That's why she here.
Okay. That's just her fault that we're going over 45 minutes. Everybody just know that. Anyway, go ahead. What's the question?
The question was, she said, what stop? Or she said as a topic.
Oh.
Oh, she said it as a topic. She didn't say it as a question.
Oh, we got a new topic.
Okay, she gave us
Commitment
a
issues?
topic. Ooh.
Okay.
Okay,
I
so
don't want to talk about commitment
Danny
issues.
said, yeah, I didn't want to talk about divorce. Danny said marriage is something you have to know for sure that you want for yourself.
For yourself.
For yourself.
For yourself. Amen to that, Danny.
Amen. There's
Thank
a man
you,
who
Danny.
knows what he wanted and went for somebody who didn't want him at first. Hallelujah. But y'all see where I'm at.
She see, yeah. The
Like
blame-
Norma,
the
like
blame
Norma
blame.
said, I fell and slipped into a pot of love or something like that. She said, a puddle
What?
of love.
That's funny.
I was like, okay, Norma.
That's funny.
Love that little yellow man of mine. But y'all, we've
All right,
been with
guys.
y'all for a minute. So let me reiterate to y'all that this week we will be promoting, talk so fast, Smooches, who has the children's clothes, accessories, and her son who also have the wave brush line going on here. You can find Smooches on Facebook under Smooches and Instagram Smooches_L.C. I'm going to be putting her information on our IJS page, and we're going to be putting some information of some merchandise that she sells on the IJS page, people. Thanks for watching. All the first time people that
Thank you.
watch with us today, we usually don't go over 40 minutes, and forgive us, we weren't with you on last week. We thank you guys for watching. Remember, the things that we talk about and we discuss is not a one fit all. You have to use wisdom when applying these things to your life. We thank y'all for watching, and we will see you guys on next Tuesday at 5 o'clock.
Bye.